Okay, so raise your hand if you have felt stressed in the past week. All right, so quite a few of you guys. Well, more than 80% of college students have said that they feel stressed out on a daily basis. So for every 5 of you sitting in this room, at least 4 of you are feeling stressed out about school, work, or a personal situation.
Our product can help reduce this stress level dramatically in a fun and innovative way.
We're pretty reliable because we're credible because we, like the rest of you, understand how difficult it can be to manage school and work at the same time. And it is because of this reason that all of us are actively looking for ways to manage the stress that comes with this lifestyle. And through a little bit of research, we have found just the right tool.
So first, Jack is going to explain to you guys why reducing stress is so important. Second, Isaac is going to tell you guys how our product is going to help you relieve your stress. And third, Eric is going to show you guys how our product is going to improve your life. And finally, I'm going to tell you guys where you can purchase it.
All right. So as college students, sometimes eating right, getting enough sleep at night, and working out is simply not enough to tackle the overbearing stress that we deal with on a daily basis. So for that reason, it is important that we find time to decompress, as the buildup of stress can take a serious toll on our health. The Associated Press conducted a survey of college students and found some pretty distressing facts. Firstly, as previously stated, 80% of college students feel stressed out on a daily basis. 34% of students have been depressed in the past 3 months. 13% of students have been diagnosed with a mental condition, whether it be anxiety or depression. And lastly, 9% have given serious thought to committing suicide. With many students being affected by stress in one way or another, it is critical to understand why it is a problem and how it affects our health. One area that stress affects is the heart. The risk of cardiovascular disease dramatically increases, and high blood pressure and cholesterol come along with that. In addition, our brain also experiences depression, irritability, anxiety, and a lack of energy, all due to stress. The immune system is also nowhere near as effective. It makes it much harder to recover from an illness, and also getting sick is much easier. So, with the heart, the brain, and the immune system all having negative side effects because of stress, it is vital that we discover methods that help prevent it.
So now that Jack has talked to you about how stress is bad for your health, I'm going to talk to you about how our product, the Gear VR, can help reduce the stress. We're all college kids, we all stress, we all got assignments, we all have exams we have to study for. The Gear VR can be used for educational purposes that'll make your learning experience a lot easier. So, research has shown that knowledge is better gained through doing things than watching. So, instead of watching a PowerPoint on a molecule or atoms, imagine being there first person in a virtual world where you are with that molecule, you are with that atom. Instead of watching a video on space exploration, imagine putting on the Gear VR and virtually walking on Mars. Suddenly that biology exam is not as hard as you thought. Suddenly astronomy is a much easier class for you. We're all transfer students to your university. Most of us are planning to transfer to 4-year universities. That could be a pretty stressing situation. Trying to visit these colleges can sometimes be stressing because you need money, it takes time, you need a car. So imagine virtually taking field trips to Platteville or Whitewater or Oshkosh with the Gear VR from the comfort of your couch. In between classes, you can take breaks. You can go to a virtual paradise of your choice. Go to the beach, in the library, relax before your next lecture. And just like this group project, imagine if you could have used a virtual reality to communicate through teleconferencing. So this project to me would have been a lot easier had I been able to see Eric from the comfort of my room using the Gear VR. We could have communicated and discussed our ideas, made this project a lot easier. And lastly, according to an article titled Virtual Revolutionary, Corinne Izio discusses how Albert Rizzo of the University of Southern California began studying the VR as far back as 1993. It is known to treat PTSD, anxiety, and phobias.
Okay, so now that Isaac has gone over how this product can help prevent stress, I will go over how this product can change your life. Ever notice how nothing ever seems to go your way when you're stressed out? You're not alone. According to the American Psychological Association, people who frequently report high levels of stress experience quote-unquote bad outcomes more often than their less stressed counterparts. Not only that, but as Jack previously stated, high levels of stress are notorious for raising blood pressure and lowering immune function, which means that you're more likely to develop heart disease and more likely to get sick. In contrast, when people take measures that contribute to a lower stress lifestyle, they have smaller waistlines, they have more hair on their head, and they don't get sick as often. With that being said, getting the Gear VR will not only enhance your life by helping you experience things you never thought you could do before, but it will also help you maintain a lower weight, rock a better hairstyle, and stay away from the doctor's office as much as possible. Just picture yourself sitting in your living room floor, or your living room couch, while flying over your favorite city in a jetpack and listening to Dr. Dre's next episode. Pretty cool. I know. Life sucks when you're stressed out, and sometimes sleep and exercise just aren't enough. And this is where the Gear VR comes in handy. If you're tired of the online fees associated with the monthly fees associated with online gaming, switch to the Gear VR. If you had a crappy day at work or at school and you just want to unwind, use the Gear VR. Or if you'd rather just Netflix and chill, cool and hang, you should use the Gear VR.
Alright, now that Eric's told us about how this product can change our life, I'm going to tell you guys where you can get it. So it's obvious from what we've heard so far that the Gear VR is the latest and greatest in a long line of revolutionary technology. By purchasing the Gear VR, you're opening up your life to a whole new group of experiences that you'd never been able to participate in without them, and you're preventing stress while doing it and having some fun. The Gear VR is compatible with several Galaxy devices. The Galaxy S6, S7, Galaxy Note, and the Galaxy S6 and S7 Edge. Not only is it cheap, compared to other virtual reality headsets that could cost upwards of $600. So for only $99.99, you can purchase the Gear VR at any online retailer, or go to a store like Best Buy or Radio Shack and purchase it in store. They really made it accessible to a lot of people by lowering this price, and they're trying to affect more people in a positive way. So order your Gear VR today.
Alright, so to conclude, we've talked about how stress negatively affects you.
We've discussed how our product cuts down stress by immersing you into new worlds.
Then we showed you how the Gear VR can help you be more happy and more carefree.
And finally, I told you guys where you can buy it. So go out and order it today.
If you guys want to know more about the Gear VR, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and
Oh my God.